great guest joining us today. They join us live here on our broadcast, The Takeaway. And this, of course, features Kevin Thrasher from Escape the Fate and Matt McAndrew, Slaves and the Voice. And they have launched a thrilling first single, Sad About Nothing. And they join us today via the magic of the old Skype-a-rooney, the Skip Skype. And we have got two great guests with us today. Gentlemen, how are you guys?
Good, man.
So, talk to me a little bit about the band The Takeaway. And then we lost him. Oh, lovely. It's been a fun day so far. We're going to continue it here. I do all the setup. I get all the things going. And then all of a sudden, poof, they go. They go. They out of here. Okay. I don't know what the deal is. Here we are. Skype is...
Dude, I think we straight up lost him, bro.
Yeah, Skype is worthless.
On his radio show, too. I didn't know it was a radio thing.
Skype is sometimes just absolutely worthless. But I'd rather be doing this than Zoom. We are we are back live here on our world famous KJAG radio broadcast. What is going on? I can't seem to... What is the deal here? I guess what we'll do is this. We'll go ahead and do this. Let's see. How do we do this? I guess we'll reboot this computer. We'll go ahead and do the magic of the reboot. Let's go ahead and update and restart. We'll do it that way. Hell of a deal. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We'll restart anyway. Let's do that anyway. That's fine. It happens. It's technology. I'm sure that there's something to do with Mercury retrograde somewhere. I'm sure this has got something to do with Ross Long. I'm sure there is a Mercury retrograde somewhere. And that's basically what happens here. But it gives me an opportunity to tell you to go to kjagradio.com. It also tells me, all sorts of things. So The Takeaway, if you do a Google search for them, you're not going to find The Takeaway. You're going to find some kind of nonsense on the internet. That's not them. You're going to find somebody by the name of Q Treri and Martis and Otano. Whoever that is. That's not the band we're interviewing today. No, not the band we're interviewing today. But they are a brand new alternative supergroup. And hopefully at some stage of the game I'll get them on the old Skip Skype as soon as the computer updates, which is always fun. But hey, we're here, we're live. We're gonna do it live. Fuck it. I'll write it. We'll do it live. And as the great Bill O'Reilly would say, fucking thing sucks. Now I know what he meant after all those years. The teleprompter went down on him and he was madder than fuck. And I'll tell you, at this point, I would be madder than fuck too. Because I kind of am. But that's fine. We've got all sorts of things going on here. So, The Takeaway. You can find them on Takeaway Official. And, I don't know. Do they have a website? I can send them a message. We're not sending anybody messages. We're not doing that here. But, I guess what we'll do is this. Oh, I'm not even live on Facebook. Okay, well, fuck it then. We'll just do this. I'll just, when they're back. And we are on KJAGradio.com today. The KJAG Radio podcast. As I get so damn close to the mic that I'm popping my peas all over the place. I'm definitely not doing broadcast excellence today. We have got our computer back. Our computer is back up and running. So let's do this. We are going to go back to the old skip Skype, the old Skype-a-rooney. And while we do that, I am going to pull up the old team viewer so we can actually, I don't know, capture the video from this shenanigans today. And we are going to do this. We are going to attempt to try this again. And maybe I can keep a connection long enough that we can actually do the interview. Oh, apparently we can't. Apparently Skype, oh, look at that. Yay, my settings. I love my settings. Maybe it won't work. Apparently, technology is against us today. So let's see if I can join the call. Accept. Join the call. 3 participants. Maybe.
Live on Twitch.
Maybe we can get this fixed here. I don't know.
Yo, G.
What's up, dude?
I'll tell you. I wish we could just go back to the typewriter. Honestly, there is just
Typewriter is sick.
There is just so much nonsense going on in this world. But after a reboot and some shenanigans and yelling and screaming, we're back. And so we'll start with my first question. Tell me about the band.
All right. You want to go, Matt? Or
You can take this one.
yeah. So basically, Matt and I knew the same video director named Rage. It's a guy from, I think, New Jersey. He did a bunch of
always comes back to New Jersey. That's awesome.
That's right.
He's an awesome dude. He introduced me to a ton of great artists and singers, and I've been in contact with him for a while. And he's like, I got this guy, Matt, from Philly. He's an incredible singer. He was on The Voice. And I checked out Matt's stuff, and I was a huge fan. And I was like, let's get an introduction going. Let's go. My goal was to start like a new band. And I just thought Matt would be like perfect. So we met up in Hollywood at a mall. I forget what mall it was. It's like
The Grove?
The Grove? Yeah, the most famous mall in LA. Met up at the Grove, and then we just hit it off and went in for our first writing session, wrote a song, and kind of just took off from there,
Awesome. Well, how do people find you guys on social media? Twitter, all the different places.
For the takeaway or individuals?
Whichever you prefer, whichever you want to give out, my friend.
Well, mine is K-Thrash on Twitter and Instagram. And for Instagram for the band, it's The Takeaway Official.
Awesome.
And then mine's just Matt McAndrew Music for personal. Yeah, but most of them should be The Takeaway Official. I think Twitter right now is The Takeaway 2. We might be able to get a better one at some point, but...
Yeah, because I attempted to find you guys on Twitter, and I typed in the usual suspects, and and I found some electronic group named The Takeaway, and I'm like, well, that's not them.
Yeah,
Might have been us.
By the next single, that might be us. Who knows?
Yeah, our thing is that we kind of just get in the studio and we just go with whatever comes to mind. If I have a cool guitar riff, Matt has a cool vocal melody. If we're messing around with a different unique sound, or we find like a sound on the keyboard that sounds really cool and inspiring, we'll kind of just go in that direction and just write write a song, So we kind of give ourselves no rules other than we have to leave every session with a song written and recorded. So, yeah. It's a super cool project for us, especially being in like more established bands where there's kind of a formula happening. There's an expectation between the fans and us as artists. So with the takeaway, it kind of gives us the ultimate freedom to just be completely creative and just do whatever and just get songs out. So.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
We've got some great guests with us today. We finally got our Skip Skype to freaking work finally. And you guys have got some pretty damn cool music out there. What are some of the goals for the band?
Some of the goals, great question, as it's a brand new band. I think some of the goals of the band is just mainly to continue releasing songs at a rapid rate. Our next single is going to be dropping in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Eventually, play some shows. And the really cool thing about us right now is that we're 100% independent. We're self-produced, self-funding everything. And we would just like to see the fan base grow and get the numbers up on Spotify and Instagram and all that cool stuff,
Yeah, I think the cool thing about it is that both Thrasher and I are so busy with the bands that we're in and other projects that we're doing that whatever time we can devote for the takeaway is awesome, and the expectation, because it's something new, is just to watch it grow on its own and watch it grow really organically, because like you mentioned, we are just doing this indie, and I think it'll just be cool to see the reaction as we keep releasing songs, and hopefully it grows on its own. But it's just, it's something we're really passionate about, but I don't think we're putting too much pressure on it either. It's just going to be what it's going to be. So
yeah, Wembley Stadium.
Exactly. Yeah, like maybe like 2 nights in a row instead of 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, how does this project compare to some of the other projects you guys are involved in?
Well, I'm in a rock, metal, screamo, emo, metalcore band with like guitar solos. There's some screaming, and there's multiple members. There's 4 members. This project is a duo. It's just 2 people calling the shots here, and just there's no like previous records that there's like expectations of certain genres or sounds that we need to hit. So it's literally our palette for creating is completely wide open. We can use any sound, any color. There can be guitars. There doesn't have to be guitars. There can be drums and percussion. There doesn't really necessarily have to be. So we can kind of bend the genres a bit, and I think that is some ultimate freedom, which is cool. We've even like messed with making a K-pop song. Like we're just like going nuts, like whatever we can create that's somehow different, and hopefully we are stumbling upon some unique sounds and something that's new and fresh.
Yeah, I think it's the only project that either of us have done that's been really kind of truly alternative, kind of a more like mainstream sounding alternative project, and I think it's the first duo for both of us as well, which that's a pretty cool dynamic, because you kind of only have to get one other person on board with you, and like, cool, we like this, all right, but I've also done the solo thing where that's you only have to agree with yourself, but it's a little bit lonely, so you don't really get as much help. So it's cool to have one other person and have both of us be on board with things. It's easy.
So with the band here, what's been some feedback you've gotten from folks on what you guys have put out there so far?
Just people are super stoked on it. Actually, we've gotten some really positive feedback, and I was surprised because, like, again, I was like, all right, let's drop this thing, and I'm like, hopefully someone listens to it, and it was kind of cool just to see, one, how supportive our friends are and our like bandmates and stuff. Like I saw like all our bandmates kind of reposted the project and the song.
Yeah.
And I was like, sometimes you underestimate that stuff because they're like kind of like your coworkers at the same time. You're like, are they going to get like weird or jealous if we're starting another project or something? And it's just cool to see the support from that end. And then also, like our individual unique fans posting about it and saying like, oh, I've been playing this song all day, all week. And I thought that was kind of cool. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's fantastic. We have got the takeaway with us today. They join us live here in our broadcast. And you guys have got this lyric video out there we're going to play here in just a few moments. Tell us a little bit about some of your different things that you're doing. This video, Sad About Nothing. Tell me about Sad About Nothing.
So the lyric video is kind of cool. It's sort of in the same style as the album art, which is cool to keep that kind of consistent. But yeah, just some fun little animations in there, but really just kind of a straightforward video for people to learn the words and jam out to the song.
Awesome. Well,
that's right.
You guys have got a really cool deal here, getting everything put together. Where do you see, once all this quarantine stuff's over with and people actually get back to doing actual music, and actually having, venues and things? Do you think that we're going to be doing these socially distanced concerts forever, or are we going to get back to actual concerts at some point?
My predictions, yeah, I don't know. It's such a risky road. Definitely not till like next year or mid next year that there'll be actual concerts. But the way we found kind of some solutions to the whole quarantine was that we have an idea. Which would be interesting. We haven't tried it out yet, but we both have Twitch accounts, so we're
right.
heavily on Twitch as gamers. I'm not even a gamer. I've just been playing guitar and
he is now.
I've been interviewing. I bought my first game console ever, PS4. But we're on this Twitch platform. This Twitch thing is all streaming. Mine is KThrash666. And Matt's is
just Matt McAndrew.
Matt McAndrew.
Wow.
And then we're planning on joining our accounts up. What's that?
He lucked out on that one. Good Lord. It wasn't that
I had to put the holy number next to mine.
That's right.
Unholy number, I mean.
Depending on how you look at
it. Yeah. That's such a funny thing. But yeah. And then we're planning on joining our accounts together and basically having live writing sessions, write the song on there, because we do have such like a synergy in the studio. We can pump out like an entire song in productions in 4 hours. The minimum stream is like 2 to 6 hours. So we're going to be writing entire songs for this project eventually on a live stream where people will be seeing the production and then the song come out, which I think is like fascinating. Crazy. If one of my favorite artists were doing that, like Matt Bellamy from Muse was just showing him writing, I would freak out and completely tune in. And
absolutely,
I gotta hear the finished product and see what they ended up doing with it. So
that's amazing. Well, you guys have got some really cool stuff here. We are going to play Sad About Nothing here in just a few moments. I appreciate you guys making time. I'm sorry we've had all sorts of technical issues on my end, but I'm glad we finally got this done. So I appreciate it, guys, and we are gonna get to it. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you so much for having us, man.
Appreciate it, gentlemen. Have yourself a wonderful day. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Have a great one.
And then I attempted to end the call, and then it wouldn't let me do it. Fantastic. All sorts of shit today. On Wednesdays, it's always, you always got to have the first one. And the first one is never great. The interview was great. The technical setup is usually crap. And so the first one is always horseshit. So as we go through here, hopefully we will figure this out. So we are going to go to this lyric video, and we are going to go to the song Sad About Nothing.
To the mind dry and certain I have wasted all my time. To the love is done, I'll be the one until you're satisfied. I just wanted you to notice, I just wanted you to know you're the only one devoted, I don't wanna let it go. Never been so sad about us, really. Never been so sad about nothing. Giving up, going blind, but my heart 100 times. Never been so sad about nothing. My eyes are red, I'll be in bed just staring at the signs. Till we take a turn or crash and burn like bloody Valentines. Till we head the wrong direction. Gonna learn the same thing twice. If I put aside affection and I take my own advice.